Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking a report from Mundo Deportivo in which they talk about the futures of various different players. They talk about cubarsi, they talk about Vitor Roque, Iñaki Peña, Ferran Torres, Inigo Martinez, a wide, a lot of players. And, on today's video, we're going to be talking about that and what it means for their futures. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Pau Cubari, because in a couple, of my previous videos, I did mention how Barcelona they were trying to renew Pau Cubarsi's contract, and it was the right move. Cubarsi, he's been phenomenal in his debut. He's had a fantastic couple of months, and it's crazy to think that he's only 17 years of age. But a report from Fabrizio Romano is saying that Pau Cubari, he's very, very close to signing a new contract with Barcelona, which his release clause is going to be 1 billion euros. And, I'm completely in agreement with that. I think every single release clause, for our players should be extremely high amounts. That way, we can't have a repeat of that Neymar situation, where a club can come in and just pay that release clause. No, we need to have these players, if they want to leave, negotiate with the club in order to leave. But the negotiation started 2 weeks ago. The final details are being finalized and everything. Both of the parties are very optimistic, and Cubarsi, he's going to be a very, very important part of this Barcelona team, and he's going to be a pillar for the next couple of years. And it's crazy to think that a player of his age is going to be in the heart of Barcelona's defense. But now, guys, I want to be talking about Vitor Roque, because in my past couple of videos, I did talk about Vitor Roque, and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that Barcelona is actually contemplating sending Vitor Roque out on loan. And as of right now, a report from Sport is saying that Barcelona, they are in agreement with Xavi, and they're going to be advising Vitor Roque to go on loan for regular minutes. We know that Vitor Roque, he wants to stay at the club. He wants to show Xavi his best level. He wants to have a chance in preseason. But Barcelona believe, that he hasn't adapted to European football, and instead they want to send him out on loan. But the thing is, his entourage, they believe that once a player goes out on loan, it's going to be difficult, to basically have that same form and to make a comeback at the club. And honestly, I'm in agreement with that. Thinking about successful players that have went out on loan and returned, I don't really see many options. Like, from off the top of my head, not many come out. And so that's the thing. If you can't make it at Barcelona, then it's most likely the end of the road for here. But as of right now, Barcelona, they're looking at what teams he could possibly go to, and preference right now is for Vitor Roque to go on loan to a La Liga club, and the team that's being mentioned is Real Betis. And just looking at the overall situation, I think that the way that we've handled Vitor Roque, and especially the board and Xavi, it's absolutely pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic and shameful. How are you going to be spending 40 million plus 20 million on add-ons on a player who you're not even given a minute to show what he is capable of? And if you say that he's not ready for European football, why are you spending this amount of money, 40 million plus 20, in what is an unfinished product, and especially in the situation in Barcelona's financial situation? That's just absolutely absurd. And we're gonna need to take care of the situation. Hopefully, if Vitor Roque does go out on loan, he's gonna be able to show what he is capable of. But nothing is guaranteed. But guys, now talking about Iñaki Peña, a player who did have a lot of minutes this season for a couple of months, in those 2 or 3 months where Ter Stegen was injured. Iñaki Peña, he did play, a lot of minutes, and there were some mixed feelings, and during Iñaki Peña's tenure in goal, he had some good performances against Atletico Madrid, against Porto, but then after that it just went downhill. And the report from Mundo Deportivo is saying that Barcelona, they currently are not ruling out an offer for Iñaki Peña. If an offer does come, Real Betis, they are a team that's asking about him, but they're having some issues with their FFP structure, and so it complicates things for them. And the thing is, with any backup goalkeepers, my opinion is that if an offer does come for them, we sell them. I think that secondary goalkeeper position, that backup goalkeeper, should only be for La Masia keepers. That are promoted, and have that first team goalkeeper to be either a really good La Masia goalkeeper who is showing amazing form and who is able to replace our goalkeeper, or we look outside of the market. I don't believe that Barcelona, they should be spending big money for two top goalkeepers when only one of them is going to be playing consistently. And so looking at Iñaki Peñas, and if it does come, I'd be looking to sell. But what about you guys? But now talking about another goalkeeper, we're going to be talking about Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and the report from Mundo Deportivo is saying that an exit for Marc-Andre ter Stegen is not being contemplated. And after yesterday's performance, in which he makes that absolute grotesque mistake against Valencia, and a player who I've had mixed opinions on, and a player who I see as a liability sometimes. I am in favor of selling Marc-Andre ter Stegen if an offer comes. If, for example, we get 50 million euros for Marc-Andre ter Stegen, I am perfectly happy with selling him. But Barcelona, they do not see that as the case. And if that's the case, then I don't know what to do from here. But now talking, about an outfield player and moving away from Angola, we're going to be talking about Ferran Torres, because in the report from Mundo Deportivo, it says that Ferran Torres' future is dependent on which offers come. If a big offer comes, then Barcelona, they could be tempted to sell. But since Barcelona, they did pay a lot of money for Ferran Torres and they view him as an important player in the squad, Xavi likes him, Xavi uses him a lot. If he does leave, then Xavi will want a replacement. And, both the club and Ferran Torres, they showed a willingness to stay and succeed at the club. They showed an amicable relationship. And so the only way that Ferran Torres leaves is that if we do get a big offer, 60 million, 70 million, anywhere, in that price range. And I really don't see any team coming and paying that much for Ferran Torres, knowing that we paid 50 million for him a couple summers ago. But now, guys, talking about Inigo Martinez. Inigo Martinez, right now, his future, as of right now, he's registered until the 30th of June. And, the club, he is, on that list of players who could potentially be sold. Xavi, he does like him and he does count on him. But since he has a high salary and since he did come out on a free, an exit is not ruled out, because any, profit that would be coming in, that would be a net positive and it would help our FFP situation. And, looking at Inigo Martinez in the future, he's a player that I do like. I think he's a very solid rotational player. And when he before those injuries, like towards the end of 2023, he was among our best defenders. And with the emergence of Pau Cubari, his role and importance in the team has diminished. But still, I still think that Inigo Martinez could be a solid player in the club. And unless like a 20, 25, 30, 35 million offer comes in for Inigo Martinez, then I wouldn't be looking to sell, because who can you replace him with that amount of money for his quality? There's not that many players out on the market. But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. What do you guys make of everything that I've discussed on today's video? What do you guys make of all of these players' future that I've discussed? What do you guys make of cubarsi renewing his contract? What do you guys make of this whole Vitor Roque situation? Are you guys thinking that Barcelona, they're approaching this well? Telling Vitor Roque, hey, go out on loan, get minutes, adapt to European football, or you guys on my side of the camp and just saying, hey, give Vitor Roque minutes now and see what he can give, because once a player goes out on loan, it's very difficult to come back. And then what do you guys make of the goalkeeper situation and Ferran Torres and Inigo Martinez's future? But guys, that's all for today. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.